Hi, it's BNL from Think Before You Type, and we're here with Dana Vaughns. Thank you so much, Dana, for allowing us to interview you today.
Of course. Thank you guys.
Yeah, we're excited to have you. So I'll jump in with the first question. So in
All right.
April, you released your newest single called My Way. So can you tell us a little bit about the song?
Yes. So My Way is a song that I actually recorded at the end of 2017, which is like a little fun fact for, some of the listeners. And yeah, I had it in my bank of songs for, about 3 years. And I knew I always liked the song. Shout out to LD who produced the record. And it just wasn't the right time for me to drop it. I think that's all it was. I think, as artists, we know when the right time to put it out is, or you don't want to, just because you make something, you don't want to put it out. People think, that's your sound at that moment and blah, 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 blah. So that's why, it took a while to come out, just because I wanted the timing to be right. And the song My Way really is just kind of describing kind of like just what you like, and just kind of being selfish in I'm kind of selfish in the song, not being in like that I'm asking for something out of the ordinary, but just being very clear with what I like, and just and with my intentions about what's going on. And that's me, the whole song of me describing how I like things my way, really.
So what's the reception been like so far with the song?
It's been really good. It debuted at number 7 on like the Apple Music like R&B playlist, which
Awesome.
was a big
Congratulations.
deal. Thank you. So that was a good first week debut. People are still been streaming it, doing this thing. I know people like this sound for me just because it is this. It's not random for me because I know me, but to the songs that I put out and things like that, it seems a little bit different. So I think it just gave fans and new people a chance to be brought into what I do. But yeah, I'm just glad that I'm able to put out music and people enjoy it and play it and share with their friends and all that type of stuff like that. So I'm just gonna keep pushing.
Yeah, that's great.
That's awesome.
Oh yeah.
So you play Marcus on Mindy Kaling's new Netflix show, Never Have I Ever.
Yeah.
Congratulations, first of all.
Thank
So the
you.
show has been reaching a ton of different audiences. Can you tell us a little bit more about what your experience has been like filming the show?
The experience from the show was incredible. I originally thought I was gonna only maybe be in like 2 episodes max, and then while I was actually doing the fitting, they fitted me for like 5 outfits, and I was like, I don't really know why you're fitting me for 5 outfits. And the dude was like, oh no, on the schedule, like you're here like here and now for like the next month or whatever. So after I got that news, I was like, oh snap, okay, this is gonna be like even just a cooler situation than I thought I was gonna be in. I'm still appreciative of what happened. And the set was amazing. It was a very lighthearted set. Everybody there was very professional, knew what they wanted, knew what they were doing. And just Mindy and everybody there just, they weren't, your typical Hollywood producers or writers, or just, kind of maybe just don't care about the actors or have, a certain stink on their shoulder or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But it was something that I would love to, come back for season 2 if they can write Marcus in there. Can be doing some more stuff. And I'm just glad that the fans are liking it. We're like number 1 still in 20 freaking countries across the world right now with that show. So it's really cool to be a part of that, even though my part isn't the biggest. It's just great to know that I did do my part, and people are reaching out to me and be like, oh, you did a great job, or I noticed you here. I've had a lot of people even say about the show, like, oh snap, like I feel like I've seen you before. And then so I've had a lot of just even older fans, or just people who have maybe seen my face get re-engaged with what I'm doing, which is really cool.
Yeah, it's amazing. What was your favorite part about being a part of the show? Or like favorite moment?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Like I said, it was my first comedy that I've ever even like been a part of. If you watch the show, I mean, there's lots of joking around, but there's real topics that go on. But to be on that type of set, it just felt different. I did American Soul for BET about a year and a half ago, and that was more on the like the drama side, a little more serious side of things. So those sets felt different. You felt like, oh wow, I'm really recreating history, standing up for something. Wow, so you feel different. On Never Have I Ever said, we're in high school, and we're did it, so it's just a little bit lighter. And I think I just really enjoyed the in between moments, with Darren, who plays Paxton. I got really cool and close with him, which is, and Ben as well, Ben Norris, who plays Trent. So those 2 dudes really just got to chop it up, talk, and I just really kind of just took tips from them, just on the acting side of things as they've had more credits on that area than I have, and I've done more on the music side of things. So it was never a dull moment, if that's what I can say. I can't pick one, but the whole experience was pretty nice.
From the viewer's side, it's definitely been such a delight to watch the show, and it's super groundbreaking, and I love the diversity and everything that's involved with it. So congratulations on getting involved.
I'm glad people are picking up on that.
So bringing it back to music, though, can you talk about who some of your musical influences are?
Musical influences. I always say it, but I really love Jill Scott, Frank Ocean, Usher. D'Angelo inspires me when it comes to his pocket and just how he was so confident in his choices. So those four right there would be, and James Fauntleroy as a writer. But yeah, those 4 or 5.
Yeah, those are all solid artists. That's awesome.
Right.
So, how do you think social media has impacted your career? We're on social media all the time for a nonprofit. See a lot of people on it all the time, especially now that kind of all stuck at home. So, how do you think it's impacted your career over the years, even?
I think social media is really the only way that I think anybody that is not, signed to a major record deal or has this crazy situation set up like that is the only way people are even gonna know you do anything. You know what I'm saying? So I use social media more as just like a tool, and it's a necessity for me. You know what I'm saying? I don't could I be using social media more to my benefit? Yes, but I don't the things that social media likes and pulls towards are not something that I just naturally do all the time. So I try not to rely on my social media basically to drive my numbers. My social media is basically okay, if you like what I'm doing, then you follow me, and then you can do that. I don't really try to go searching for viewers, and then I don't try to do clickbait. You clickbait to do this video, and then you come to my page, and then they see me doing music. They're not gonna like my music. They want to see me doing those comedy videos, or they want to see me do. So I try not to put out stuff that is not in the lane of my work and what I'm doing, because then at the end of the day, that follower is going to be probably disappointed in why they followed you, because you showed them something that they weren't looking forward to. And the way it's helped me is I've kept it genuine, and that the people that I know that are on my page are following me because they want to see the stuff that I'm posting, not because of just random stuff, or I'm being rude, or I'm doing pranks, and things like that.
Do you feel like having that mentality takes some of the pressure off of you?
I think it takes the pressure off of me. Yes. Do I think it takes the pressure off of my career? No. It takes the pressure off of me to not have to be worrying about it. But when you don't do that, there's an extra pressure on the career and just the music and this and that to do well. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not relying on my IG or a million followers, you know what I'm saying, to pay my bills that month. I'm like, okay, I got to be in the studio. I got to do this. So it takes it doesn't take away the stress. It just puts the stress in the area that I'm okay with, instead of stressing about stuff that I don't care about.
That makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. But I feel like that can kind of give you a sense of peace at the same time, though, because you are focused on what you want to focus on.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's just, with anything, you just got to be, guard your mental peace very, very strongly. I think that is a huge thing that we all should do. But some people love social media and love creating things and doing, so that is fine for them. For me, some people making a song for being in the studio for 6 hours would be the most stressful thing in their life, and that's not stressful to me. So it's just a give or take, and just really do what works for you.
Yeah, being true to yourself. That's really important. So we're already on that topic of social media, and we know, we've seen it. There are unfortunately negative interactions that take place on social media. People cyberbully, post negative comments towards other people, and it can be a difficult thing for people to deal with. So what kind of advice would you give to someone who is being cyberbullied if you had the opportunity to speak with them about what they've been going through?
I've had the opportunity to talk to a lot of, victims of bullying, and just throughout my years of being in this industry, even before social media and being an influencer, just being in I'm5 and different groups and things like that. And, actually having face-to-face interactions with these fans or these people that, feel comfortable and confident enough to come up to me or the group that I'm in to talk to us. And basically what I've said before is it's hard because the world that we're in now puts so much of a value on the value you put on yourself. And like I say that when it comes to social media, because if you don't look like a certain way or you're not looking like this, then you're not really doing it. And then once you maybe get your life together, you know, maybe want to start dressing a little better, do this shit, then you're gonna get the haters that pop out. And then basically what I'm saying is to stay positive is you can't win either way. You're not going to win either way. So that's what I would say to these people is like, look, even if they don't say anything bad to you online, and when you're an adult, there's going to be somebody in this interview who's going to say that there's always going to be some level of pushback that you're getting. And I would just say, don't internalize the words. Because at the end of the day, especially at a certain age, people just talk to hear themselves talk and try to prove to themselves that there's some type of articulate or or they can control people or they can do this. And to those people who try to do that to you, just let them do it. Like don't let somebody bully you. Talk to like a trusted adult. Go out and do that. But at the end of the day, if you can find a way to not react or not internalize it, which I know is hard, that honestly I think is the best option, because then it shuts down everybody. I just encourage to, you know, not let it stick to your skin. Like I say, be like a duck. Like when the duck goes under the water, he comes up and the water just rolls off his back. Like you got to be a duck in these situations while trying to find your mama duck and get help. Through that process, if you just really work on separating the words that people tell you from yourself. Somebody could tell me they don't like my hat with this. Okay, well, in another word, I probably don't like it either. You know what I'm saying? But I decided to do it today, and it doesn't hurt my self-esteem, you know. But it just comes with time. I just turned 22, and I've been blessed to not have been dealing with crazy bullying. But I've had plenty of hate mail, death threats. I've had crazy things like that in my life, and I just don't let it. I try, you know, not to let it affect my value, you know, of what I think of myself.
Yeah, that's a great answer. And you were kind of mentioning before the idea of like not engaging in some of it really does take that power away from the other person. And then you're right, there's such an interconnectedness between self-esteem and dealing with these types of issues and the way you view yourself in the midst of all of it. So it's something that I think it's really important that we all work on, whether or not we do deal with that type of thing, but especially if we are trying to get through a situation like that.
Yeah, for sure. And it's definitely hard. I even think it's cool. I see some of my fans, shout out to Day Ones, but fan base has been doing it forever, but they just have this, you know, this good community. Like if you have no choice but to stay on social media, if we're just saying, I mean, it's people younger than me, younger than you guys, even are just like, okay, you guys can't get off social media. It's impossible. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to get off social media. So like maybe you just spend more of your time on social media doing something productive, or like, in those big group chats with people who are going through some of the same things that you are. And it's just kind of like a safe haven on social media. You know what I'm saying? Like you're on social media, on Instagram, you see a bad comment. Okay. If you're in your house, you go to your room or you talk to your parent, you need like a social media hideout. You know what I'm saying? And that's your group chat with your friends or do this or that. So it's like you don't feel like you have to, you know, run away from the situation. You can just easily click a different tab. You know what I'm saying? And you feel like you're totally somewhere else. That could be an idea or something. So people don't feel like they can get off their phones. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think for a lot of young people, it can be hard to like tell them, oh, just get off your phone. Like they might not think that there's anything else to do. But like, as you said, there are other options. Even if they are still on social media, they don't necessarily have to keep engaging with those individuals. So you've had some pretty amazing performances recently, including performing with Kanye West at Coachella last year and being a part of the Nipsey Hussle tribute at the Grammy Awards earlier this year. So what has it been like to have the opportunity to be part of such legendary performances?
To be a part of some legendary performances is something that you can't plan for. Both of these jobs I was called very last minute, and you know, had no clue I was going to be a part of them. And it's a good pat on the back. You know, being a dancer, coming out here not coming out here, I'm in Atlanta currently, but going out to LA for dance, it's just great that I'm still, you know, in those circles or you know, really close with those creative directors and people that are booking these jobs. And it really does just mean a lot to me, you know, because people don't choose to work on things that big with people that they don't know or they don't trust, or that they don't know, or that the people putting it together know that you're putting the job before yourself. They take a lot of like seasoned just entertainers for jobs like that, because in a moment like that, you can't get overwhelmed by the performance you're doing or the magnitude of what you're doing, and they just want to make sure that everybody has their heads on straight. So it's great that they trust me to do that with such names like Nipsey, with Kanye, with perform with Cardi and Offset, doing certain things like that. It's just for turning into Kobe's memorial as well. That went for Nipsey, so it's just like a moment like that for somebody who might not have been prepared, that would have thrown their whole thing off. You know what I'm saying? So it just feels good to be trusted, and hopefully somebody doing a tribute for me one day.
That was incredible. We'll look out for that.
I mean, it's kind of morbid, but I can still be at the tribute. It ain't got to be like one of those.
Yeah, no, it happens all. It happens all the time. We do tributes for living people. It's okay.
Yeah, that's true.
So one question that we're going to ask in this campaign that we started is called Keep Your Head Up. And I do have to point out that you are like the perfect interviewee because you have a picture of Tupac behind you. He inspired this campaign. So very excited to see that. It's incredible. So we kind of like are using his song, Keep Your Head Up, to like inspire us throughout our work. So it's been really cool. But we wanted to know, what are you doing to keep your head up in the midst of this global pandemic that we're all kind of going through and experiencing together?
Yeah, for me, I'm just like taking control of as many situations as I can. That's really what it is in a time where things are all over the place and you can only do what you can do. I'm just trying to do that intentionally, like very intentionally. So I'm just eating a little better. I've been like tripping about trying to work out and go ham. It's just something for me. It's like when somebody tells me to do something, I don't want to do it. So I just feel like Instagram and the world was telling everybody to work out. So I didn't do that. But I've honestly talked to less people. It's helped me keep my head clear, and just really allows me to realize how I want to move forward going after this quarantine. I've been allowing myself to go through certain emotions. I've been allowing myself to listen to people more. I'm just trying to gain as much info during this time that I can, because then once it gets back, it's going to be crazy. So feeling like I am more prepared than I was at the beginning of the year to do the same thing that I was planning on doing means that I'm ahead of schedule.
So this is our last question, and one of our favorite questions to ask. So people often forget that a little bit of kindness can go a very long way. So when was the last time that a stranger made you smile?
That a stranger made me smile? I'm usually the one making strangers smile. I don't know.
When's the last time you made a stranger smile then?
Yeah, you can go both ways.
You can take this however you want to.
I mean, I think today I walked to the gas station to get this coffee and I guess a lady, well, it wasn't a compliment to me. I was walking a dog and she complimented the dog. So maybe she didn't it made me smile. She's like, "Oh, what a cute dog." I was like, "Oh, thanks." So yeah, she made me smile when I said the word thanks. Sorry, that's so messed up. But something that I always hold doors for people. I think that just brings a smile to people's faces. A simple wave is something that you can do. And I think I'm on the East Coast. I'm in the South right now in Atlanta. And you get a little bit of that camaraderie, in environments like this. But on the West Coast and things like that, you don't really get that a lot, just because people don't have a good sense of family. It's the wild, wild West. People go out there by themselves, their own dreams, which you would think would make people want to be more, have more camaraderie with each other, because we are out there by ourselves. But yeah, just a simple wave. I'm sure I've waved it. I know I waved at a couple people today. People always make me smile. People make me smile when they don't know that they make me smile, which is a funny thing. Like it's just like, okay, you might have done something nice. It's like, okay, cool, thank you. And then I smile at the stuff where like you like almost sneezed and you didn't, and I saw that face on your face. Like that makes me smile. So like it's the stuff that you wouldn't be aware of. I know I'm just saying this, but people, if they would just be a little more aware, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you could just be more sensitive to the area that you are in, you are literally going to feel like you're not stuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you can literally tap in and just feel like you're like a metal detector for like good things going on, and not as in they're a bad thing called the metal detector, but detect those things in your area that you'll see those things. Because even for me, I was like, I don't know, but then I was like, all right, no, I waved at somebody today and this and that. It's just it's realizing you're better off than you are is like half the battle. You know what I'm saying? Just back on the whole, keep your head up type of deal.
Yeah. Just like I think you're being like aware of what's going on in the world around you and looking for those positive moments. And that's kind of the only way you're ever going to see them is if you take the moment for it.
Exactly. And just, I mean, of course you want to do those things. I mean, Mother's Day's coming up, do something nice in that way or blah, 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 things that plan more. But when it comes to making yourself feel good, like, a lot of times we're focused on making other people feel good, and we don't allow people to, make us feel good. And we got to do it ourselves is basically what I'm saying. You got to make yourself feel good by realizing that everything is working in your favor. You know what I'm saying? Instead of needing somebody to tell you something good or do this good, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? I know you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. Hopefully everyone watching knows too.
Exactly.
Well, thank you so much, Dana, for taking the time out to talk with us today. It was great to hear your answers and to just hear about all the great stuff that's been going on with you since we last spoke in 2013.
Right?
Pretty cool.
No, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And thank you guys for allowing me to come on here and trust in my words and music and all that type of stuff. And thank you guys for supporting me for so long and just as many years. And you guys are killing it. I support what you guys are doing.
Thank you.
And of course, y'all keep y'all heads up as well through this crazy time.